Hey everybody, this is Jen Keenan at the Four Squares Residential Group at Keller Williams Real Estate, coming to you with my Love the Way You Live video series. And this month, I'm so excited to have with me my friend, Dawn Van Dyke from the East Coast of Florida, Stuart, Florida. So excited to have you on, Dawn. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. I'm excited. I love your series. It's
Oh,
really
thanks.
great.
That's so nice to hear. Yeah, it's been fun doing it. And I love being able to bring some knowledge to my friends and family and just folks up here in Greater Boston of other markets around the country. And, you know, I feel so blessed that we have this amazing network of agents that we work with all the time. And of course, you're one of my Florida girls. So, truth be told, I'm always telling the truth in this series. I have never been to kind of your area. I've really only been to Miami and Orlando, and I went to Daytona for a half a day. You know, I went to the race. I forgot. I went to the race. That was years ago, but I've never spent any time at the beaches or in, you know, some of these residential areas. So tell me what it's like. Tell us what it's like to live on the East Coast of Florida.
Well, we love it. And like you said, there's beaches forever. Martin County has, I think, 22 miles of beaches. St. Lucie County has 20, 21, 22. And if you go down to Palm Beach County, then you've got, I think, 33 miles of beaches. So no matter where you go, you've got nice ocean, sandy beaches. It's amazing. We love it.
So just to be clear for folks watching this, we're looking at the area north of Palm Beach and kind of south of Melbourne. I was looking at the map just real quick, and that chunk of the state, just to give some context.
Yes. So my market area is really West Palm Beach, which is obviously Palm Beach County, north all the way to St. Lucie County.
Great.
And through St. Lucie County. So really I cover 2.5 counties.
Nice.
Yeah. And we're considered the Treasure Coast. So apparently hundreds of years ago, a battalion of Spanish ships sank during a hurricane along our coast. And every now and then people still come up with little nuggets from the ships.
I love it.
So they call it the Treasure Coast.
That's good to know, because I think if someone's out there Googling or they're kind of doing some preliminary research and they come across this term, it's good to know that that's that area and that's what that means. So, right. and that we have you there to help us.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm assuming you have a lot of seasonal folks. Tell me a little bit about the real estate market. What is it like, if somebody were thinking about moving there, where should they start?
Well, first they should call me.
Of course.
So we do have a lot of seasonal people. And a large part of my business is people, they're either moving in to buy a seasonal home or they've aged out and they're moving back home to their families. But we have an unbelievable amount of great 55 plus communities in St. Lucie County. If you're looking for an active 55 plus community, they are building so many. There's Del Webb, Verano, there's Del Vasta is building some out there, which is Pulte Homes now. I mean, and very active 55 plus communities. Obviously we have our families, we love our families that are in and out and around the county, but a large part of our business is the seasonal business.
And when you say seasonal, tell me a little bit about what that means.
So we have people that come down typically around November. They stay through Thanksgiving. They go back up north, spend Christmas with their families. And then January, February, and March, we are packed. I think everybody from up north is down here. Everyone from the Northeast, they're coming down. And a lot of New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut license plates. So, and it's all good. With COVID, we had so many people just buying condos sight unseen, just because we had restrictions. They had nowhere to go. So they would just buy a condo down here so they could fly in and go spend time in their condos.
Right. And so if somebody wanted a seasonal rental, do they rent it for 6 months or 3 months or monthly? How does that work?
3 months is typical.
Okay. So January, February, March, or just any combination of months?
Yeah, typically January, February, and March. Those are our high seasons, sometimes April, and it really depends on when Easter is,
Gotcha.
which is
Yeah.
the trigger for people going home. So sometimes 4 months, and we do have landlords that are looking to rent for 4 months, but not always. January, February, and March are typical.
And I
So,
love that you brought up the 55 plus communities, because certainly, I mean, I'm getting to that, getting close to that, right? But you start to think about kind of your next step, right? And where do you want to be? And up here, we just don't have the land to build like they have in other parts of the country. And I've had folks ask me about 55 plus communities, and they're very few and far between here, and the ones that are here are very, very expensive.
mhm.
So I think for folks to know that that option is there, if that's a community that they're looking for, is ideal. And I'm sure they're a fraction of the price of what you'd pay for here.
Well, I don't know. So we just went under contract in a brand new 55 plus community. Now, granted, it's a 4-bedroom house, 3-car garage, concrete block construction. Obviously, everything's brand new, nice little lake view. And we're under contract for over 650.
Okay.
So that same house, though, if you were to go under contract with the builder now, you're looking at mid 2023 in getting that house
Wow.
completed.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
of course, that's driving up the price of those homes. But
Right.
you could find something in the mid 400s in some of the other 55 plus communities that are maybe like a 3-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. Maybe it doesn't have the lake view, and maybe it doesn't have the amenities that some of these other communities do have.
That's really good to know, because here the ones that I've seen are 2 bed, 2 bath, and they're, anywhere from 13, 15, 1,400 square feet, maybe with a 1-car garage that's like deep so you can fit 2 cars in. But
Mhm.
I think from a square footage standpoint and an amenity standpoint, they probably don't touch kind of what you're building. So you're paying more, but you're getting much more.
Correct.
Because here I had a client once say to me, well, I want a 3 bed, 2 bath, 55 plus. And I said, they're not building that. I mean, they're
Right.
not meant for a lot of people to live in them. They're meant for 2 people and a guest every once in a while. So clearly the kind of the standard of living and what folks are building down there is drastically different than it is here.
Right. And these communities, and I don't want to spend too much time on them,
Yeah.
but you've got indoor swimming pools, you've got a gym that would rival any Gold's Gym or any of the big chains. I mean, they've got amazing facilities, indoor pools, outdoor pools, pickleball. I don't know if y'all have pickleball up there.
It's getting popular up here. Yes.
Yeah. So one of our communities advertises that they've got 15 pickleball courts.
Oh
Huge,
goodness. That's a
huge.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of social events, restaurants in the clubs. I mean, literally the only time you have to leave is to either go to the doctor or to the grocery store. And with Instacart, you don't even have to go to the
Right.
grocery store.
Love Instacart. It's a savior,
Right,
especially for us busy realtors.
right, right. But I
So
wish
let
they had more of those communities in, like it was so St. Lucie, lots of 55 plus, lots of all age homes. There's a great affordable option, St. Lucie County. There's condos, you name it. Martin County is very slow growth oriented, and we have a lot of protected lands. So Martin County has over 100,000 acres of either conservation lands or parks. So they're very slow growth. So we don't have as many. We have 55 plus in Martin County, not as many. And then when you get to Palm Beach County, there's a couple communities that are newer, brand new construction that cater to the families that have those kind of amenities. They've got gardens, so you could have like a community gardens, pools, the tennis, pickleball, like huge playgrounds. Again, you never have to leave the community. They're just
and it's so drastically different than it is here, because we do not have those communities that you have, the weather in Florida or other parts of the country, where you have like an association and you have a club and a community space and you pay some dues and you get events and things. And so I think, again, if someone's looking for that, a little bit of a different lifestyle, to to go out and explore some of these areas. It's so different than the way we live up here in the north.
Right. Well, that's why they're coming down.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of families that are coming down also. More and more families, especially in the Martin County area. We're getting growth from Miami, Fort Lauderdale. A lot of people come up from down south.
Awesome. So I'd love for you, let's look at a few houses. You want to share your screen and show us a few?
So have a couple.
So one of the things I always say when I do these videos is that, where I am here, I'm in the biggest county in Massachusetts, which is called Middlesex County. And we kind of go right down close to Greater Boston and then kind of far up northwest towards the New Hampshire border. So we have a huge span. And if you take all of the properties in our area, the average sale price is about $700K. Certainly you get closer to the city, it's more. You get farther away from the city, it's less. So I always kind of put that into perspective when I'm doing these videos. Like, okay, if you were selling and you had, that, like, what could you buy somewhere else? Can you get more? Can you get less? So, if you want to show us a couple of examples, what your money buys in Florida, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So can you see my screen?
Yep, I definitely can.
Okay, great. So we're under contract on this house. This is a 6-bedroom, 2 acres.
Oh,
So
wow.
there is such an animal. Although a lot of our properties are 1/4 acre lots. The average 80% of our properties are 1/4 acre lots, smaller homes. This one happens to be in an equestrian community.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're closing on this next week.
Beautiful. And what was the price on that?
We were listed at $850.
Okay. And that's 6 bedrooms and how many square feet, give or take?
Oh my gosh, 3,600 square feet under air.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's big. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but I wanted to show you too, just some of the smaller homes.
Okay.
So, we do have the average homes here. So this one we put under contract in a day, of course. And it is 3 bedrooms on a lake. I don't know why it's not getting rid of that. There we go.
That's okay.
This
looks great.
Yep, little bit of a fixer-upper,
Mhm.
needs a new kitchen. Someone's probably going to come in there and knock out the walls and open it up, but it's got 3 bedrooms and an office, and it's got great outdoor space. Let's see if I can. It's got a nice pool. Let's see if I can get you over to the pool picture.
Oh yeah.
So,
Nice.
which you really need a pool in Florida.
Yeah. Is it hard to find homes without pools?
Correct. This one also happens to have a marina, which is huge. So it's not a big marina, but it's enough to park a 25-foot boat if necessary.
That's great.
Yeah.
And what's the price point on this one?
This one listed for $400. We had multiple offers the first day. We did one of those one and done open houses.
Yeah.
And we are significantly over ask.
Okay.
So can't reveal the price, but we're
but I think
What's
it gives folks a sense of kind of what's out there at the price points. And I think certainly that one's a unique beast where you have the pool and the marina access, and it's a ranch and it's one level. And, I could see that there would be a lot of appeal for that.
Yeah. And this is a cute little starter home that we sold last month. And there's a significant amount of these. So this one sold right around, it was listed for $300. We sold for $292.
Looks great.
It's adorable, completely renovated, center of town. Again, we had multiple offers, but yeah, super cute house and great neighborhood, good for first-time home buyers. In fact, that's who bought it, was a first-time home buyer.
And was this a 2-bed or a 3-bed?
This is a 2-2.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a really great value, especially if somebody from up here was either looking to downsize or just pick up something to use seasonally or to have as a family place to go if you want to get away for a bit. That's a great price point. It's not too big. It's manageable. I know I think about that more and more as I get up in age in terms of like, okay, there's things you want to manage and there's things you don't, right?
In this neighborhood, this could be an Airbnb also.
Yeah, interesting.
There's no HOA, no restrictions. So want to show you one just for fun.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. So listed for 90 million.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 90 million. I love it. So are
90
they in the
million. So
luxury category for anybody
yes,
watching?
because we do have a lot of waterfront.
Yeah.
And this particular home is on Jupiter Island. So Jupiter Island is the very southern end of Martin County.
So this is a celebrity home likely, or somebody
Yes.
that did very well.
Yes. And we do have a lot of celebrities on the island. It's a very low key island, like walking down the streets, we run through there, the beaches right down the street from there, these homes, and it's just a very quiet, low key area, but you can get a beautiful, gorgeous home. So Celine Dion's home, which she sold, I think, for 62 million, was on Jupiter Island.
Nice.
So we have our affordable, and then we have our definitely our high-end luxury. And this one's unique because it does go from the ocean to the intercoastal.
That's really, yeah. It's funny too, because here, obviously we can get to the beach here. I love my 10 weeks in the summer that I get when I can escape to the beach. And certainly we have Cape Cod, which we love. And so I think, I know for myself, I always joke with my husband when we have these retirement talks. I say, I have to be within an hour of the ocean. I can't live inland, right? Because I think if it's in you, it's in you, and you need to be there. And so I think obviously that's why, besides the warm weather, I'm sure, you're just getting so many folks from up north because,
right.
Almost
I need to anywhere here. Yeah. Almost anywhere here, you're going to be 30 minutes to the beach at the most. So the 55 plus communities that I was talking about, these are out here pretty far west in Port St. Lucie, but you're about 30 minutes away. And once you get over to the island, you've got beach access, public beach access, probably every quarter mile. It's amazing. As you get further south, there's not a lot of homes out here. Everything's really concentrated east.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
I mean, I live down here in Hobe Sound, and we walk to the beach. We're from my house from my front door to the beach is exactly 2.5 miles.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's so nice to have every morning.
Right.
So when you talk to folks that are coming from up north, what are some things that surprise them, or what are things that people need to know if they're thinking about, taking this jump and either living in a property or getting a rental property? What are the biggest questions you get asked, or the biggest things that people are surprised about?
Honestly, right now, just lack of availability. I mean, we're just very low inventory. The board says we've got 3 months supply, but I don't believe it because everything goes off the market. But I think just the location, the temperature, people love the temperature here. We always have a breeze. I mean, we've got an ocean breeze all the time. So I think, people are surprised at how close you can be to the water.
That's amazing. So I have one more question.
Sure.
Only because I think about this, and then I always forget to ask my, my Florida friends, what about hurricane insurance? How does that work? Do people have it? Do they not have it? Is it required by a lender? Are you not able to get it? Like, how does that work?
Oh, no, you can definitely get hurricane insurance. It's called windstorm insurance. We also recommend that you get flood insurance, because sometimes the insurance company will call it a flood event or a wind event. So we do recommend that you always have both. Hurricane insurance is going to cost you about the same amount as your regular insurance. So
okay. So it's like you're basically putting 2 policies on your house.
Correct.
Okay. So
Correct.
Good to know for people to understand that, and to know going in that you're going to have that added expense, especially if you want to protect your investment.
Right. But at the same time, we get a week's notice to get, I always think out west where, Port Kentucky, they just have those tornadoes. We get a week's notice. If we have a hurricane coming, we know when we need to get out of town, when we need to put up our hurricane shutters. Most of the homes now have impact glass, or people are investing in the impact glass, so that you don't have to worry about putting up shutters, because that's a pain. It's a lot of work. especially if you are older. If you're younger and you've got to work up until that day, you know, you're coming home at night and you're trying to get all your shutters up. So the impact glass is huge. But if you've got a loan, hurricane insurance is required. So your lender's going to require it. So it's good to have. It's a good safeguard. But you know, knock on wood, we've been pretty lucky the past
Yes.
few years.
Yeah, no, I always, you see the stories on the news and you're like, how, do they rebuild or do they get paid out of claims? So it's good to know that it sounds like it is affordable to some degree. It's not, um, extemporaneous, I guess is the word I was looking for. And that if it's in line with your normal homeowner's policy, it's basically like you're having two policies. So
Correct.
good little nugget to know.
Yeah.
Well,
But
Dawn,
it's worth it.
go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say it's worth it. The other thing I wanted to mention, just for the
Yeah.
people that are watching this, the one thing I forgot to mention is the golf. If you're a golfer down here, oh my gosh, Palm Beach County has more golf courses in any county in the state, I believe. And
Wow.
it's like 160 golf courses. Martin County, I believe, has 48. So if you're a golfer, this is a golfer's paradise. It's amazing.
That's good to know. We have a few courses up here, but obviously we're seasonal. And so, I know I've golfed a smidge and I always feel like I'm starting over in May once I can get back out there again. So to
Right.
be able
I'm
to,
not a golfer, but I love the fact that we're surrounded by golf courses
and
because I
they're so
love the extra green
beautiful.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so beautiful to look at. And,
Mhm.
certainly if you want a golf course view, you can think about that
We
too
can get
versus
you
an
that.
ocean view. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, Dawn, thank you so much for spending some time with me today and helping me educate my friends and family about the East Coast of Florida and the Treasure
The
Coast,
Treasure Coast.
like
Yeah.
we
My
talked
pleasure.
about. And yeah, and it's so great. Every time I do one of these videos, obviously I learn something new and they're just really fun. And I hope the folks watching them and know how much we enjoy doing them too. So
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah. All right. Well, yes. And for everybody watching, thank you so much. And until next time, I hope you love the way you live.